Web development is all about creating websites. These are the pages you visit on the internet. You use them every single day. Think about reading news online, or perhaps you watch videos. Maybe you shop for new clothes. All these activities happen on websites. Web developers are the people who build these online places. They use special code to make them work. This code tells the computer what to show and what to do. Learning web development means learning this code. The internet is a huge part of modern life. It connects billions of people around the globe. Websites are the main way we access information. They are also how we share information. Imagine a world without your favorite social media sites, or picture not being able to search for answers quickly. Websites make all of this possible for us. They have changed how we learn, do business, and make friends. Web development is the skill that builds this vital digital world. Websites are incredibly important for businesses today. A company needs a website to reach customers. It is like having a shop that is open all the time. People can find information and buy things directly online. Websites also help people share their passions. You can start a blog about your hobbies. You can show your artwork to the world. Non-profit organizations use websites to raise awareness and gather support. The impact of web development is truly vast. Learning web development can open many doors. It is a valuable skill in today's job market. You could work for a big tech company. You could work for a small design agency. You could even work for yourself as a freelancer. Beyond work, it is also a very creative skill. You can bring your own ideas to life. You can build useful tools for others. It is a field that is always growing with new things to learn and create. Every website you visit has two main parts. We call these the front end and the back end. Let's talk about the front end first. The front end is everything you see on a website. It is also everything you interact with. Think about the colors and the text. Think about the buttons you click. These are all parts of the front end. It is like the part of a shop that customers walk into. It's the display, the layout, and how things are arranged. Front-end development focuses on the user's experience. Developers who work on the front end want to make sure the website looks good. They also want to make it easy to use. When you click a menu, it should open smoothly. When you scroll down a page, the content should appear clearly. This is the job of a front-end developer. They use specific coding languages. These languages tell the web browser how to display the website. The goal is to create a pleasant and effective experience for every visitor. Consider the elements you encounter on a typical web page. There are headings that tell you what a section is about. There are paragraphs of text that provide information. You will see images that add visual appeal. There might be forms to fill out, like a contact form. All these visual and interactive elements are built by front-end developers. They arrange these pieces carefully. They ensure the design is attractive. They also make sure it is functional on different devices. This includes computers, tablets, and mobile phones. A good front end is crucial for any website. If a website is confusing or ugly, visitors might leave. They might go to a competitor's site instead. So, front-end developers play a key role. They make sure the first impression is a good one. They ensure that users can find what they are looking for. They want to make the journey through the website smooth. This makes users happy. Happy users are more likely to return. They are also more likely to engage with the content. Now let's explore the other side, the back end. The back end is the part of the website you do not see. It works behind the scenes. Think of it like the kitchen in a restaurant, or think of it as the engine in a car. You don't see it directly, but it does all the important work. It makes sure everything runs smoothly. Without the back end, many websites would not function properly. It handles the logic and data for the website. The back end has several important jobs. One major job is storing and managing data. For example, if a website has user accounts, the back end stores usernames and passwords. It keeps this information safe. When you log in, the back end checks your details. If you buy something online, the back end processes your order. It communicates with payment systems. It updates the inventory. All these processes happen on the server, which is part of the back end. Back-end developers write code that runs on the web server. This is different from front-end code, which runs in your browser. Back-end code interacts with databases. Databases are where all the website's information is stored. This could be user profiles, blog posts, or product details. The back-end code retrieves this data when needed. It also updates the data when new information comes in. For example, when someone posts a new comment on a blog. So while the front end is about what you see, the back end is about how things work. It is the power and intelligence behind the website. It handles security, making sure data is protected. It manages user sessions. It ensures the website can handle many visitors at once. Front-end and back-end developers often work closely together. They need to make sure both parts of the website communicate effectively. This teamwork creates a fully functional and seamless web experience. To build the front end of a website, developers use three main tools. These are special languages. The first one is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This language forms the basic structure of a web page. It is like the skeleton of a human body. It provides the framework. HTML tells the browser what each part of the page is. For example, it defines headings, paragraphs, lists, and links. It also helps to embed images and videos. Once the HTML structure is in place, CSS comes next. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheets. CSS is used to control the presentation and appearance of the website. If HTML is the skeleton, then CSS is like the clothes. It also includes the skin, hair color, and style. CSS allows developers to add colors. They can change fonts. They can set spacing between elements. They can also create layouts, like arranging content into columns. CSS makes the website visually appealing and easy to read. The third key language for the front end is JavaScript. JavaScript makes websites interactive and dynamic. While HTML provides structure and CSS provides style, JavaScript adds behavior. Think of it as the muscles and actions of the body. It allows things to happen on the page without reloading it. For example, JavaScript can create image sliders, it can show pop-up messages, it can validate forms before you submit them. It can also fetch new data from the server and update parts of the page. Together, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript are essential for modern front-end development. HTML builds the basic structure. CSS makes it look good and organizes the layout. JavaScript adds interactivity and makes the website feel alive. Most websites you visit use these three technologies working in harmony. Learning these three languages is the first step. It is fundamental for anyone wanting to become a front-end developer. They are the core building blocks for creating user interfaces on the web. Just as the front end has its specific languages, the back end also relies on specialized programming languages. These languages run on the web server, not in the user's browser. Their job is to handle the website's logic. They process data. They interact with databases. They make sure the website functions correctly behind the scenes. There are many back-end languages to choose from. Each has its strengths. Each also has communities of developers who support it. One very popular back-end language is Python. Python is known for its clear and readable syntax. This means the code is relatively easy to understand. Many beginners find Python easier to learn than some other languages. Python is versatile. It can be used for many things beyond web development. Big companies like Instagram and Spotify use Python for parts of their back-end operations. It has many libraries. These libraries provide pre-written code for common tasks. This helps speed up development. Another widely used back-end language is PHP. PHP originally stood for Personal Homepage. Now it stands for PHP Hypertext Preprocessor. It was specifically designed for web development. This makes it very well suited for building dynamic websites. WordPress, the world's most popular website building platform, is built using PHP. Many content management systems and e-commerce platforms also use PHP. It has a large community. This means lots of resources and support are available for learners. Java is also a strong contender for back-end development. It is a powerful and robust language. Java is often used for large-scale enterprise applications. Banks and big corporations frequently rely on Java. This is because it can handle complex tasks. It can also support a high number of users simultaneously. Java is known for its performance and security features. While it might have a steeper learning curve than Python or PHP, it is a valuable skill for complex systems. These languages are tools for building the server-side logic. Web developers often use tools called frameworks. These frameworks help them build websites more quickly. They also make the development process easier and more organized. Think of a framework like a pre-built toolkit, or imagine it as a template for a house. It provides a basic structure and common components. This means developers do not have to write every single line of code from scratch. They can focus on the unique features of their website. This saves a lot of time and effort. For front-end development, React is a very popular choice. React is actually a JavaScript library, but it's often used like a framework. It was created by Facebook. React helps developers build user interfaces. It does this by breaking down the interface into smaller, reusable pieces. These pieces are called components. For example, a button or a navigation bar can be a component. You can build these components once. Then you can reuse them in different parts of your website. This makes the code cleaner and easier to manage. For back-end development, Django is a well-known framework. Django is written in Python. It follows the batteries included philosophy. This means it comes with many built-in features. These features handle common web development tasks. For example, Django helps with database interactions. It helps with user authentication, like logging users in and out. It also has tools for security. Using Django can significantly speed up the development of complex, data-driven websites. It encourages good coding practices too. There are many other frameworks available. For front-end there are Angular and Vue.js. For back-end there are Ruby on Rails, which uses the Ruby language, and Express.js, which uses Node.js, or JavaScript on the server. Frameworks provide rules and guidelines. This helps teams of developers work together more effectively. They also often have large communities. This means plenty of documentation and support. Learning a framework can make you a more productive web developer. It is a common skill employers look for. Creating a website might seem daunting at first, however, it can be broken down into several manageable steps. Following these steps will help you build your website systematically. It is much like planning and constructing a building. You need a clear plan before you start any of the actual construction work. This careful planning is the very first and arguably most crucial phase of the entire project. It sets the direction for everything that will follow in the development process. The first step is always planning. Ask yourself some key questions. What is the purpose of this website? Who is the target audience? What information or features should it include? For example, if you are building a portfolio website, its purpose is to showcase your work. Your audience might be potential employers. The features would include a gallery, an about page, and a contact form. Writing down these requirements will give you a clear roadmap for your project. This helps avoid confusion later on. Next comes the design phase. This is where you decide on the look and feel of your website. How will it be structured? What colors and fonts will you use? You might start by sketching ideas on paper. These are called wireframes. Wireframes are simple outlines of the page layout. Then you might create more detailed visual designs. These are called mock-ups. Mock-ups show what the final website will look like. This design phase is important for creating a good user experience. It helps visualize the end product. After planning and designing, it is time for coding. This is where you write the actual HTML, CSS, and JavaScript for the front end. If your website needs a backend, you will code that too, using languages like Python or PHP. Once the coding is done, or even during it, testing is vital. You need to test your website on different browsers. You also need to test it on different devices. This helps find and fix any bugs or problems. Finally, after thorough testing, you can launch your website. This means making it live on the internet for everyone to see. Creating a website that works is only part of the job. It also needs to be easy and enjoyable for people to use. This is known as user experience or UX. Good UX design focuses on the user. It aims to make their interaction with the website smooth, intuitive, and satisfying. If users have a good experience, they are more likely to stay on your site. They are also more likely to achieve their goals, whether it's finding information or buying a product. This is key to a successful online presence. Think about a website that is difficult to navigate. Maybe the text is too small to read, or perhaps the buttons are hard to find. You would probably get frustrated. You might even leave the site and never return. This is an example of poor UX. Good UX designers work hard to prevent these issues. They think about how users will move through the site. They make sure information is organized logically. They ensure that important actions are clear and easy to perform. This creates a positive impression. Today, a huge number of people access websites using their mobile phones. This means your website must look good and work well on small screens. This is called mobile-friendly design or responsive design. Responsive websites automatically adjust their layout to fit the screen size they are being viewed on, whether it's a large desktop monitor, a tablet, or a tiny smartphone screen. This is no longer just a nice feature to have. It is absolutely essential for reaching your audience effectively. Many developers now adopt a mobile-first approach. This means they design the website for mobile phones first. Then, they adapt the design for larger screens, like tablets and desktop computers. This approach ensures that the core experience is excellent on the most constrained devices. It forces designers and developers to prioritize content and functionality. Making your website mobile-friendly is crucial for user satisfaction. It can also affect your website's ranking in search engine results like Google. Search engines prefer mobile-friendly sites. If you are interested in learning web development, it can be a very rewarding journey. The best way to start is by focusing on the fundamentals. Begin with HTML. Understand how to structure a web page. Then move on to CSS to learn how to style your pages. Once you are comfortable with HTML and CSS, you can start learning JavaScript. This will allow you to add interactivity. These three are the core technologies for front-end development. Master them well. There is a wealth of learning resources available online. Many of them are free. Websites like Free Code Camp offer interactive coding lessons and projects. Codecademy is another popular platform with hands-on courses. The MDN Web Docs, or Mozilla Developer Network, is an excellent reference for all web technologies. You can also find countless tutorials on YouTube. Many experienced developers share their knowledge there. Choose resources that match your learning style. Practice is absolutely key to becoming a good web developer. Reading about code is not enough. You need to write code yourself. Start with small projects. Try to build a simple personal web page, or create a basic to-do list application. As you learn new concepts, apply them in your projects. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes are part of the learning process. Each project you complete will build your skills and your confidence. This hands-on experience is invaluable. Finally, remember that the world of web development is always evolving. New technologies and techniques emerge regularly, so be prepared to be a lifelong learner. Join online communities like Stack Overflow or Reddit forums for web development. You can ask questions and learn from others. Follow blogs and news sites related to web development to stay updated. Don't get discouraged if things seem difficult at times. Keep practicing, keep building, and enjoy the process of creating things for the web.